Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector, and happy Friday. We got another weekend coming up here. It's going to be great. Beautiful weather here in Texas, finally. It's awesome. I've got all my plumbing issues fixed out at the ranch. I mean, life's good. And the only sad thing I have is there's the Dallas Card Show is happening again this weekend, and I can't go. Got too much other stuff going on, which is really sad. I mean, it's kind of the talk of the hobby. There's going to be tons and tons of people there, and like 500 plus table. I mean, it's a big show, and I'm kind of sad I don't get to go, but that's all right. Just saving up money for the national. That's all I have to think about. And so the other thing is a couple things. Number one, in terms of the other couple things, I was on John Newman's show called Sports Card Nation. It's a podcast, and we talked about so much different stuff. It was great, and that came out today. That's what I'm trying to say. It came out today, so you can go listen to that. If you don't listen to sports card podcasts, there's a few of them that are out there that are decent. John's kind of been around a long time and has a lot of cool guests and stuff like that. So I'd love you to go listen to that episode with me on it and just tell me what you think. Was it good, bad, whatever? I can take it. It's okay. But so that's out there again, Sports Card Nation podcast. And so I got one card that I'm going to show today, and it's a card along with some other. I've been picking up some comics and other stuff that I've been using money from the sale that I did a few weeks ago. I sold a bunch of duplicate vintage cards on a YouTube auction, and I've been using that money to pick up cards that it's kind of that found money idea that I've talked about before. It's money that I didn't have. I made a lot of money on the cards that I sold in terms of profit above what I paid for it. And I consider hobby money, once I spend it, it's gone. Like, I don't consider it, I need to, recoup my initial cost as soon as I can so I can replace that money in my budget or in my, net worth or anything like that. It's gone money is how I look at it. And if I happen to recoup some of it because I was dumb and bought cards multiple times that I didn't need to, then great. And I look to, okay, how can I reinvest that back into the hobby as found money? And it's more than I started with, which means I can buy different cards that maybe I didn't. So I bought an autograph of a player that I only had 2 of his autographs in my collection. And it's a New York Yankee player. The Yankees, for me, I have this like love-hate relationship with the Yankees. I hate them on many levels. 27 championships, like the Rangers have 0. That doesn't seem very fair. And, back in the 90s when the Rangers were making the playoffs, they had Juan Gonzalez and Ivan Rodriguez. They were a good team, and the Yankees beat them like every year, just wiped the floor with them. And so there's some bitterness there, admittedly. And just overall, I was never a big George Steinbrenner fan. I thought he was kind of a jackwagon. But here's the thing. I respect the hell out of the Yankees and their franchise and their history. So can those two things coexist? They do with me anyway. I really love. I don't mind picking up Mantles and Ruths, and heck, Lou Gehrig is my favorite player of all time. He was a Yankee. So I definitely respect their history and what they've done. And in the modern era of Yankees, I liked Don Mattingly a lot when he played. I loved Reggie Jackson and Dave Winfield. But in the newer crop of players, I had tremendous respect for Mariano Rivera. Unbelievably great player. And then the other guy is the guy I'm going to show you the auto of. Again, he's not a cheap auto, so I'm going to show you this card here in just a second. But tell me if I'm nuts about how I feel about the Yankees. I'm sure there's a lot of other teams. Nobody's won as many championships, so most everybody, if you have a team that you follow that's not the Yankees, you're a little bit jealous of their history, quite frankly. And I am to a large degree because, again, we've never won a world championship. Don't know that we certainly won't anytime soon. I hope we might, at least in my lifetime. But again, lifelong Rangers fan. They started in 72. I was born in 73, and I'm 47 now, and 0 world championships. yeah, I don't hold on to that at all. No. So let's turn this camera around, take a look at the auto that I got, and let you guys get on with your weekend. Hang on 1 second. All right, so yeah, Yankees. But again, huge respect for Mariano Rivera, what he did as a player, his accomplishments. First guy to get 100% into the Hall of Fame. And then this guy got in the next year, I think it was. And that's Derek Jeter. And I bought this card off eBay. You know, I only have 2 other Derek Jeter autographs. One is slabbed and one is actually right now on its way to PSA to get graded and or to get slabbed up. The higher dollar autographs, I really like them slabbed because it just, again, adds a layer of A, protection, B, authenticity. Not that I have to worry about this card being authentic because it's a pack issued card from Upper Deck Trilogy back in 05, but I thought this was a really clean auto. It's the silver version, numbered to 99. And I like Derek Jeter's autograph, actually. I think it's this scribbly, goofy gorgeousness all wrapped into one. And I was able to get a really good deal. I mean, I paid all in with tax and shipping and everything about $300 for this card, which is not crazy and certainly not cheap, but Jeter stuff is just expensive in general. It's very popular, huge following in Yankee Nation, and I think I got such a good deal because this card's only a 7, and quite frankly, I could have cared less what the actual numeric grade of the card was. I looked at the autograph and I thought it was super clean. It's a nice, relatively low numbered auto, and so that's why I bought it. And glad to add it. And again, that was with kind of that found money. I would not normally spend $300 on a Jeter autograph, but I had this money from the sale proceeds, and I'm like, hey, why not? Let's use some of it for a card that can go in my collection. It'll be a big boy card. So that's it for today, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Let me know what you think down below. We will talk to you soon. And as always, keep collecting.